Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Elisa and this is the video that you've all been asking for and waiting for. This is our apartment tour. Come on in. Okay, so for starters, our door talks to us and it says Ni hao chin chin, which I think it's hello dear, like welcoming you into the home. You can let me know below if it's correct or incorrect. But I'd like to start out in our little foyer or hallway. So follow me out here. As you saw me come in, we've got a lift that gets us out to our floor. It only comes up to 2 apartments, which is great. And once you come here, you're going to find a shoe cabinet, and you're actually going to see in a lot of the apartments in China, because leaving your shoes outdoors is just part of the culture. So do not wear your shoes indoors at all. Another quirky thing that I noticed is that if we have any maintenance people come up, they also bring their own shoe coverings, so they know not to wear the shoes inside your home. There's also a motion detection light out here, which is super handy. And to come in, we can just use the code, so we don't actually need to use a key or anything like that. And we've noticed that also a lot of people are starting to change this to fingerprint as well. It's just so free in being able to leave the house without keys. Now, let's come inside. Hello, Eva. Now, just so that you know, I still have my shoes on, but that's because I've got indoor shoes. So this is our little foyer. And this is the start of our living room area, or also part of our entryway. Now, if you remember watching our previous video where we went apartment hunting, a lot of the apartments had their own furniture, but in this particular place, this didn't come with basically any cabinets or anything that would actually be handy for organizing all our things. And as you know, there's 5 of us in our family. So a lot of what you're going to see in this apartment is actually our own. We didn't have that much furniture when we came in. So being 5 people, as I mentioned, we require lots of room for shoes and for coats, which is why we got this super handy thing. Now with Hangzhou, we experience 4 different seasons, and that comes with a lot of different coats and cardigans and things like that. And when winter time comes around, now obviously all our coats are packed away, but these will be full of coats. The kids have their different coats and raincoats for school, as long as their own personal coats for going out. So super handy, absolutely, you need that. Then we've got our desk here, which is where the magic happens, where my editor edits the videos. We got a gorgeous mirror here. This was David's idea. Anything that you see in this house that you think, wow, that's cool, that was probably David. And it has a light. I don't know if you find that interesting or not. And you can also remove shoes here. Let's move on to our lounge room. So the TV came with the apartment, as did all the curtains, because, you know, yellow probably wouldn't be my first preference. Now, should we go to the balcony? Sure. All right, so follow me out here. This is probably our most used outdoor area in the apartment. We've got a balcony. We have organized ourselves a little sitting area where to drink our coffee. And this is also where the washing machine is. And I will show you one of my favorite features of this apartment, which is this thing up here. You can imagine the amount of laundry that we do in our home, and I absolutely love this because you can hang all your stuff up and you can hide it up there when you're done. Again, all of the apartments in this compound and in many compounds have their laundry facilities outdoors, which includes a basin as well, which is very handy. And actually, I just wanted to show you, you can see a little bit of our compound are here. It's a very rainy day. but we do back away to another set of buildings. We don't have a view, unfortunately, but the compound itself is actually quite green. There's lots of trees and plants, which is lovely. If you would actually like us to do a compound video and see the facilities that you would normally find in a compound in China, please let me know in the comment section below, and I can take you for a walk down there. Now let's go back inside. Now, I earlier mentioned that we have 4 seasons in Hangzhou, and our apartment has this here. This is to turn on your air conditioning. And not only does it have air conditioning, it also does the heating, which is much needed, and dehumidifies as well. There's also a screen here that we haven't used. We don't know how to use it, but I believe that it connects to security or to the building management if you need, but we don't use it at all. And then we got a whole selection of light switches. It's been a while since we've been in this apartment, and I still can't recall what does what because of the way they've been separated. And we come to our dining area. Our most favorite thing in our apartment, which is our coffee machine. Couldn't go without it. And as you would notice in China, there's not usually much storage, and the kitchens tend to be on the small side. So we have had to add our own cabinet space for storing things. I'm not going to open all of these things, but we needed drawers for our cutlery, and then, you know, places where to put all your different glasses and cups and things like that. So we got this one to go here as an extension of the kitchen. Now, should we show them the kitchen next? Yeah. All right. So let's start with this. I actually quite love this. So you got glass doors to go into the kitchen. And the reason why I do love it is because even though we have an extractor, when you cook, the smells are still going to get out of the kitchen space. So I love the fact that I can just close this and keep the smells to the kitchen. This is such a tiny room. Luckily, I knew to expect this in China. I knew that it is unusual to find bigger kitchens. They do exist, but as you can see, this one is quite small. And I do a ton of cooking, so I would prefer to have more cabinet space and more counter space, but it is what it is. Now, one of the first purchases that we made when we arrived was that of an oven. We got a countertop oven, and I use these basically every week, usually every day. So it's very handy because, as you can see, there's no oven here. Most kitchens in China don't come with an oven, so that's why you have to purchase them. I don't think Chinese people use ovens that much. And if you're going to see anything below here, sometimes they come with sanitizers where you sanitize your dishes. And again, this one doesn't have that. And for cooking, we've got gas and we've got 2 hobs. It was quite the adjustment at first because I was used to having 4 burners and this only has 2. So, but can't complain. Then we've got an extractor here for all the smells. It has a light as well. We also had to get a little bit smart with the way that we organize things, and we got shelves so that we can maximize the space. We have a lot of, cooking utensils and tools. Then we got a double sink in this kitchen, which is super handy. But we still got one of these. We actually brought this from Qatar with us to dry our dishes. And in fact, I was just going to show you this as well. This dries your dishes as well. So you can put them in here, leave this open, and then you can hide it away when you want. Now we've got a window, which again, I really appreciate having a window in the kitchen to be able to open it and get the smells to come out. And this actually backs to a quite tall building. I think we're looking at about maybe 24 floors in that building. And more counter space. Then we've got our fridge. It's a fridge. This apartment did come with a fridge actually. But we decided to get our own because, as I said, I cook a lot, and the fridge that was originally here is quite small in comparison to what we're used to. I'm going to show you that next. Now, this was supposed to be the first bedroom when we moved. And this was meant to be Joaquin's bedroom. In the apartment video, we mentioned that we wanted to have a bedroom available for each of the kids. But once we moved here, the boys decided that they wanted to continue sharing a bedroom. So I will show you that next so you can see the arrangement. So this has basically turned into our piano room. You're laughing at the baby. And we also have the spare fridge, which has basically turned into a drinks and butter fridge.
And sweet fridge, because it has
chocolates.
And you use them for Joaquin's cake.
And here I do buy certain things in bulk, things like cheeses and meat, and having all the extra space to be able to store those things is actually amazing. We also have an extension pantry, because as you saw, the kitchen is so small, so we can store a lot more food items and things that we need in here from the kitchen. We also have some like sporting equipment, and it just turned into what we call the miscellaneous room. So we have tons of things in here that we couldn't put anywhere else. And we have this gorgeous window looking out. Again, lots of trees, but facing that massive building there. This is what our courtyard outside looks like. Lots of green spaces to play in. It's actually raining a little bit at the moment. And follow me out here. And over here, we also have the original couch that came with the apartment. We ended up getting our own, and a section of it is down here and the other part is upstairs. We tried negotiating with the landlord to see if he would take his own furniture, because we sincerely just did not want to keep this couch, and unfortunately that didn't work out for us. So we had to get a little bit creative as to what to do with it. So if you were wondering why we have to. So follow me this way. This is the couch that we got. It's so much better. It's a lot more comfortable, and it has some features that we absolutely love. I'm not going to get into it too much, but you know, it's like an electric couch with a recliner. So as you can see, we've made this space our home where we want it to be comfortable. Now we're going to go into the boys' bedroom. Hi guys, can I come in? All right, so come in. This is the boys' bedroom / Lego room. There's so much Lego everywhere. But they've got a set of bunk beds, and they've got plenty of natural light and lots of storage for their toys, and these cabinets, which I don't actually like very much. This came with the apartment. They're quite tricky to open and close, but we didn't get a say in this because this did come with the apartment. So it's quite homey, isn't it? And again, each room has its own air conditioner and heating unit, which is great. Then we've got storage under the stairs, which it is super handy because, for starters, we ended up getting our own washing machine. The apartment came with one, and we just decided not to use it as it didn't actually do hot water, and we do need hot water to wash our clothes, or we prefer it. So a lot of stuff just gets chucked under there. And something that I wasn't expecting when we're looking for an apartment in China is that we were going to find a place that's actually as big as this apartment is. As you've noticed, there's a set of stairs that goes upstairs. So this is a duplex, and I will show you that in a moment. I want to show you the first bathroom first. We've got a set of lights outside. It's quite small, but it's actually quite modern. I'm not sure why, but I wasn't expecting a bathroom like this when we came. So we've got all your regular things. We've got your toilet, a shower. There's actually a window there, which I think it's great to have natural light in a bathroom. And a cabinet with storage, both here and down here, which we really do need. We've added some hooks behind the door for all our towels. Hey, David. For towels and Eva's hair items. Another thing that we've added that you won't find here, but that we were used to having in Qatar is this. In many cultures, having a water gun, it's a very important item, and our kids have grown accustomed to it, so it was a must get for us. But my number one feature in this room that I love is this thing here. So not only do we have an extractor, in the winter time, it also has a heater. So when you come for your shower and it's minus 1 degrees outside, you can heat up the room and then you don't suffer when you come out of the shower. So absolutely love it. Now coming out of there, we've got our office or study for the children. So this table came with the apartment. Hi, Javi.
Hi.
And again, this window backs to the same area that the kitchen backs to. And this is a fantastic room to have because now Javi started middle school this year, so he has a place where he can come and study in quiet. We've added storage as well for all the many things that the kids need for school. This is actually super handy. And it's got a magnetic board. Hello, Joaquin. Joaquin's in love with Lego and building at the moment.
I made this.
Wow, that looks very cool.
What is it, Joaquin?
Like a truck.
And where did you buy that from?
The shop.
The shop downstairs, down the road. Ah, awesome. So we love how safe it is here for the kids. They've been starting to go on their own adventures where I give them some money and they can go down to the shops to find something that they would like to buy. Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, follow me. Well, it's time to head upstairs. Okay, so we are arriving at the landing upstairs and we've got 3 doors, 1, 2 and 3. We're going to go into this one first, which is Eva's bedroom. Hello, can I come in? There she is. Hello, Eva, can I come in?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, we're going to show them your bedroom. So this is Eva's beautiful room. We've got her bed that we actually brought with us from Qatar. The apartment did come with a bed in each bedroom, but we actually decided to pack them up and put them away because they came with Chinese mattresses, which are very thin and they weren't our preference. So we were able to bring Eva's with us anyway. Eva's room backs onto this side to the shorter buildings. As you can see, lots of natural light in each bedroom. And something that you didn't get to see in the boys' room, but you saw in the pantry or miscellaneous room and Eva's room, is that they have these ledges. I'm not entirely sure what the whole purpose of them is because I think we kind of wish that they were in there so you can make more use of the room that you have available. But essentially you can use it for storage. And we got one of these things, which is super, super handy. We got this on Taobao for Eva. And
our butt doesn't get cold.
yes, so basically you can turn it into a couch. You just put in your measurements and it's made to order essentially. So that's super handy. She has her own cupboard, again, that came with the apartment. It's just like the boys' one. Some shelves. And her own aircon heater.
And inside of my closet
Yeah.
is the light that Javi broke.
Oh, right. Okay, we're going to keep going. Thanks, Eva. And now we're going to head into the master room. I honestly did not expect this when coming to China. We thought that we were going to get a very tiny space for the 5 of us, but look at the size of this bedroom. Like, it's huge. We've got windows on both sides. There is another couch that came with the apartment. We've added our own storage. Bedside tables also came with the apartment, and the bed came with us from Qatar. And there is another balcony, so tons of space. And you've also got double doors as well, which is very, very helpful.
And the toilet.
And the lights, I didn't mention this downstairs, but the amount of lights in each room is actually really great. Like the mood lighting, I think, yeah, it's a really nice addition. And the room that blew our mind when we came here, and one of the reasons why we chose this place, is the second bathroom. So as you come in, you can see that we've got tons of space. Yeah, we've got 2 sinks with tons of cabinet space, both at the top and the bottom. And then when you come in here, look at the size of this bathroom. This is another thing that's really unusual to find in China. You're not going to see many apartments with it. We've got a tub. And it has its own curtain as well for privacy. You can turn this up and down. David's added lots of green in here. Feels like a bit of an oasis. And we've got a shower.
I didn't realize this.
Yeah, walk-in shower, which honestly, it's great. And then on this side, you've got the toilet. And again, this room has the same heating that we found in the bathroom downstairs. We added our own rack so that we could have all our towels here. And honestly, you've got the space for it.
And this top button is for...
Yeah, this is what turns that on. Yeah. So I'd love to hear your comments below. Did you expect to see a bathroom like this in China? I certainly didn't. And then we've got into this room, which is our closet. And it's essentially a whole other room because of the size, but it's fantastic. So it has its own air-conditioned unit as well. Not that you need it, but you can use it if you want. And we've added lots and lots of storage. So if you come to this side, this is my side of the room. So I can hang up all my clothes, got extra shoes and storage and drawers.
Side with his work clothes.
And then we've got David's side, yeah, Daddy's side with all his work clothes.
Then he's not his work clothes.
And he also has his own set of drawers. Now, that was David's idea, which I think it's really awesome. So this room is huge. And as I mentioned, we had to pack away a lot of the stuff that we didn't want, like the beds and part of the couch, as well as suitcases and things like that. And yeah, just things that don't fit in anywhere else. And they're actually all packed away behind that curtain. So we're so thankful to have the space to put all those things away. So it's crazy the number of things you can actually fit in there. All right, and we've got one more place to show you. And that is our terrace.
So dirty.
Yeah, stay inside or you're gonna get your feet all dirty. All right, so this is the terrace. And honestly, we haven't actually done much with it. And we would love some ideas if you have any ideas on what we could do with this space. It's actually quite large. There's a couple of undercover areas. It's drizzling a bit at the moment. We've got a couple of chairs, but that's about it. I think we might want to turn this into like a barbecuing area or something like that. And you can see a little bit more of the compound out here, actually. We've got one of the entrances over there. Let's head back downstairs and I'm going to tell you how much this apartment costs. All right, so let's talk about the price of this apartment. This apartment costs us 5,500 yuan per month. It doesn't actually include car parking facilities, so if you have a vehicle, that's an additional 500 yuan per month. If you would like to know how much our utilities cost or more additional information on the cost of living in China, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to make a video to follow up on that. And coming up on our channel, our next video is going to be a visit to a supermarket. So if you're interested in knowing what a supermarket looks like in China and price of things, definitely make sure that you keep an eye out for that video next week. Also, we'd like to do a transformation video of our terrace because, as I said, we'd like to make use of that this coming year. So if you have any ideas, or if you'd like to know how we go with that, we're going to make a video as well. So I hope that you have enjoyed the tour of our apartment in China. If you have, please consider hitting that like button to help us grow our channel, and also consider subscribing or sharing this with a friend. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.